Hello, my name is Nate Wessels. I am the developer for the Resting Gardens Cemetery software. And for this demo video, I'm just going to give you an overall look of the cemetery software, how it works, and I'm going to try to answer any questions you may have. Um, Starting off, I'm just going to go with like the navigation bar for the website. So, of course, top left, you got like our logo. And then moving right, we got the search bar. The search bar is kind of nice because it changes based off of what view you're in. If you're in like the global view, it can search cemeteries and deceased based off of like where you're looking at on the map. And then to the right of that, we got the local cemetery pages. So whichever cemetery you're currently viewing, you can view all their available pages that they would like to show people. On the right, this setting right here is kind of dependent on whether or not you're logged into your cemetery account. I can go over this part later in another video. Going back over to the left, we got the global website links. So we got the homepage. We got the current cemetery you're in, so you can actually view it within our nav bar here. We got the global map, and then we got, if you're logged into your account, we have your administrator access links. Starting with the map page, just gonna show you how this works. So we got the overall look of Visitation Cemetery. This is a cemetery located in Veribor, Oregon. They're the ones that really got this started. You'll see that each area is marked by a label. It's just kind of to give a overall navigation of the cemetery. But as soon as you zoom in on like a desktop or a computer or a mobile phone or a tablet, all those plots will be visible to you. And the reason you're seeing something like testing zone is because we in our tutorial videos showed you how to create zones, showed you how to create plots, and you can watch those videos and get a better understanding of how those work. But to show you like how to manage your day-to-day tasks within the cemetery, each plot you'll notice is kind of different colors. So we got white, blue, red, and black. White represents plots that currently have someone with interred already. Red, someone has purchased. Blue, the plots are currently available for purchase. Black, meaning only you, the administrator, can log in, can see this. No one else in the public can view the black plots. Then, if we are to come into one of the plots here, I'm just going to select Reverend William Killian, which is one of the priests here at Visitation who passed away in 1985. If I were to click on his plot, I'll get a menu on the right that appears. Give it a moment to load. And this part is just the plot information. So we're able to adjust the orientation of the plot. So if I want to move it like north that many inches, you can see on the map how it's moving. If I want to move it south, same concept. I can just choose how many inches I want to move it. And then same with rotation. If it's set to 0 degrees, the plot itself is facing directly south. If it's 180, it's facing directly north. Okay, and then plot dimensions, that kind of speaks for itself. The width and the height of the plot. If I want to increase its width right now, you can see on the map it's getting wider. And bring it back down to its default, which is 48. Okay, and then we got plot details, which is, okay, which zone is it located in, and what is the ID of this specific plot. Now I got plot options. So You can adjust whether or not this plot is visible to the public, or whether or not it's a special plot. Special plot is completely up to you on what you define it as. Here, I mean, we can just put recently sold back to the parish for children burials. Something like that. It's up to you, however you want to define it. It's pretty simple, and if you just want to remove it, of course, just uncheck mark it. Okay, now we got interred, so who's buried in this location. If you want to add a new internment, you're just going to click right to internment. If you want to update an existing, you're going to click on the name of the individual. Okay, I'm going to skip this for a moment and just continue with the rest of the plot info. Plot purchasing. So you can put any information about who bought this plot, how much they bought it for, their phone number, their email, and any other contact information. Obviously, this kind of section is really only needed for plots that haven't been interred yet. So if someone just purchased it, it's just for record keeping for the future. Okay, and then we got invoices. This section is conditional on whether or not you've set up online purchasing for your cemetery account. So you can create an invoice. You can put the individual's name, their email, their phone number, description of the plot they're buying, and the price. And then you can it'll basically send them an email invoice where they can pay online, and you'll get status notifications on the status of the payment. References. This is useful if you want to group plot purchases together. So I can come in here, I can say, hey, I'm in Columbarium Southwest, and I want to connect this plot. Let's connect another. Let's say 20. So I can say all three of these plots now are connected to each other. So all the purchasing information for those plots will be the same. Okay, I'm just gonna delete those because it's not needed. Okay, private media. If you want to upload any photos, videos, graphs, whatever you want to, there's no limit on what type of file you're using. Maximum of 50 megabits. Up to you what you put in there. Only available to anyone who has access to your cemetery. No one in the public can view any of the files you put in here. Private plot remarks, same concept. Just going to put whatever information you want in there. Only people logged into your cemetery can view it. Okay, and then we got the last part for this, which is document exporting options. That allows you to create what I refer to as merged PDF, where if you have a document and it's just a blank document where information about purchasing of the plot needs to go on, you can put the fields of data that you want it to cover, and then you can just have it generate the document with the data for this plot. I do have another video which I'll link here that you can watch if you are curious about that. Okay, now going back up to interred. So for this purpose, I'm just going to click on Reverend William Killian. Okay, here, just all general information about him. So we got whether or not he's deceased or currently alive, the plot that he's in, his gender, his name, middle name, last name. If the individual was female, you'll get the maiden name as well. I'm going to set it back to male. Okay, we got media, photos, videos, and files. Here you can set public media. So any like photos, videos, or audio files that anyone you want in the public to view. I'll show you a page of an individual who's passed with photos that the family members submitted. And then you got private media. anything that you want to keep private to the cemetery for their records for whatever purpose. And no limit on the document, and it's 50 megabit in size is the limit. Okay, and then you got details. So birth, date, or year, if you don't know the whole date they were born. Birth location, date of death, year of death if you don't know the exact date, age of death, death location, death certificate number. One thing I do want to note is any of the fields that have that lock icon there, it's not public to anyone who's just randomly accessing your website. Only you can view it. Burial type, you got standard, cremains, deep, memorial, niche, and unknown. Date of burial, year of burial, burial efficient, and private. Okay, scrolling back up to history. So here we can select their veteran status. So I'm just for testing purposes, I'm going to say is a veteran and Army, and then I can put any information about their veteran history in here. Obituary, if there is an obituary, you can paste it in here. A lot of the time, the obituary comes from the funeral home. Okay, going down to contacts. Contacts allow you to add the names of the recent or close family members who to contact if you have any questions or if there's any concerns. A lot of cemeteries, especially here in Oregon, are now having to collect the contact information of the nearest kin. Next, going down to family friend memories. Here, this goes directly underneath the obituary, and it's just anything that a family member wants to add in. Mortuary details, up to you on this. You got the mortuary name, email, phone, their physical address, and their website if they have one. And then got exporting options. It's same as the plot exporting options. I'll link a video here as well for you to explore that option if you want to do it. And then, can't see this right now, but occasionally if someone goes onto your website and requests like an edit to a certain field or a certain individual, you'll get a screen here that says, hey, please approve or reject this request, and it'll show you the information that they're requesting changed. And it's completely up to you. The individual will get notified if it's been accepted or rejected. Okay, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go back to the map. Okay, so those are the basic administrator tools and management. There's a few others that I'll have linked here on the screen, but a quick overview is if you click the settings icons there, you got zone manager and plot tool. Those allow you to create new zones like listed here. Zones are areas on the map that plots are allowed to exist with a max of 500 each zone. Plots, obviously, you can create new plots within the zone. This allows you to create them one at a time or in rows. And create invoice, if you want to create an invoice for purchasing for multiple plots, use that one here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what the pages for all the deceased look like. For this example, I'm going to go up to a friend of mine who passed away a few years back. I'm going to click on, when you hover your mouse over his plot, you'll get the basic plot information and the name. So I'm going to click on his name right here, and it's going to load his page here. Give it one moment. There we go. Okay, so we got his wife and his son. We got all the images that the family has posted over the years. Yeah, just going over a few of those. Then we got the name of the cemetery. We got his birth, death, the plot number he's in, a button for any donations, and then we got a live map of exactly where he's at in the cemetery. So if you missed where it was going, you can just click the refresh button and it'll zoom into his location. Okay, and then we got obituary, and then underneath that we got people also search for. And so this is any like people that are similar in last name that are within the same cemetery. And you can click on these. So if I want to click on, let's say Camille Dyke, it takes me to Camille Dyke's page. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the cemetery dashboard. So it's known as dashboard and billing. So you can click on that. It's going to pull up pretty much all of the statistics for your website. So for your cemetery, it's going to show the total plots, the occupied plots, the reserved, available plots. It can give you a breakdown by year of who was buried or interred within each year, and if there's no year defined. Messages or requests, it'll show you the name, their email, and then if you just click on it, it'll show you all the specific information they are asking for or requested changed. Here we got the deceased. This is in alphabetical order. Just scroll through it. It'll reload whenever you hit the bottom. If you click on it, it'll pull up their information. If you click on a photo. So this is the same page that we saw on the map. Okay, website pages. Any like pages that they want to display other information on. So a popular page is the regulations and policies or fees. If we click on that one, actually. For this example, it was a PDF document they had. So I just said PDF viewer. I gave the page a title. I uploaded the document, and then I have the page SEO. So whatever you want Google or Bing to display. Okay, going down to payments and donations. Here you can set up online payments and donations if you want to. You'll be able to set up a Stripe account, which is the payment processor that we use, and they'll ask for information about your cemetery and who will be the contact for the cemetery, and it'll ask for information like your social security number. I don't have any access to that. We're just using them as the payment processor. And then we got permissions. Permissions shows you everyone within the cemetery who has access. There's two permission levels. There's administrator and there's moderator. Administrators can do everything. Moderators can't add permissions, and they can't do anything with payments. Okay, scrolling down a little bit more, I got reports. Reports are for just showing your billing and your trajectory on what your billing is, because we charge on use, how much you're using. And here it'll show you like, okay, hey, here's the current number of interred records. Here's your pages used and storage used. And then you can break it down by month. Okay, now lastly, I'm going to go to exporting data. So if I click on that, if you want to back up your cemetery for whatever reason, we recommend it every 4 months or so. You'll be able to do that in here. So we got a data backup and we got a storage backup. Data backup is anything not file related. It's like no photos, videos, audio files, or any other file that you uploaded. It's just the pure raw data, and we format it in JSON. And then if you run the backup, it'll automatically download into whatever folder you want to put it in, and it'll show you the history for the last few backups that were done. Same with storage backup, run that. This one could take a while depending on how many files currently exist. So do expect it to take some time. And then this is the form export that I showed you for both the plot and the interred. So you can export the data into like a PDF. So this is where you would upload those files at. All right. hopefully that answers all your questions. Please feel free to reach out to us, and have a nice day.